Nick Bertling here. I'm here in my little basement studio. Wanted to talk about the new Robertson album that came out today by Kevin and Scott Robertson, located in Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm located in lovely Indiana. Anyway, I wanted to show you how we go about doing this sort of thing. Generally, because we're all in 3 different locations and everyone else that gets used on these records is also in a separate location because we're all recording at home now. And we've all been doing this for quite some time. So we've had a chance to work out a lot of the compatibility issues and all that sort of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll show you right here. When I receive a song from them, they'll give me a rough mix with fake drums on them. Common thing that gets done, you put down some drums that sound, reasonable enough, and it gives me an idea of what to expect to put down when I lay drums down. So this is Birdy in the Wind. This came out as a single a few weeks ago, so you already kind of know what it's on about.
Whispering voices in my ear, singing songs I don't wanna hear. But that songbirds laying dead.
All right, not to give that too much of that away. The first thing that I hear is the sibilance on that vocal. So immediately, it's one of the things I will, when I'm setting up a session, I will begin to handle the sibilance on it. So let's take a look at the vocal when I got it. That would be over here, main vocal. So I've got a Pro Q4 doing about a 2 dB, 2.5 dB at 2.6 kilohertz. And that's doing upward expansion. I've got a little cut at 214. It's a little boxy down here sometimes. So, but then I am doing the FabFilter Pro DS between 5.5 kilohertz and 12 kilohertz. And you'll see when we play that, let's do it in context. Where are the vocals? Let's get down to them. Here we go. So,
Whispering voices in my ear, singing songs I don't wanna hear.
and you can see I'm reducing about 8 decibels of S's on that one, which seems like a lot, but that's how we get to, at least that's how I go about prepping things to be able to sort of get more process down the line. I am hitting it with an 1176 real late attack. I like fast releases on most compression. Play.
Whispering voices.
So you can see I'm only doing a little bit between 3 and 5 decibels.
Singing songs I don't wanna hear.
It's getting a fair amount of compression then in this Joe Ciccarelli vocal strip. Yes, I used the lush female vocal as a starting point.
Can't get the image out of my head.
Without it,
It's there for all to see.
this just sort of sits it.
There for all to hear. Wish that I could be.
And then I'm hitting it with Soothe. Pulling out a little bit at 125. 150, 160. Some at 5K and a little bit at 8K. Just,
Whispering voices.
I'm hitting it pretty good. It's taking a It's more S. It's more S's in there. All right, let's check some other things out. I'm pretty sure Scott is on bass. It's his song. Gets to do it as he pleases. Just a couple of little things I didn't want going in. Ampeg B15, man, it's like my go-to bass amp for mixing. This bass is without anything on it. It's really natural sounding. Hit it with the IK tape machine. Heating it up a little bit. Here's acoustic guitars. Let's see what I'm doing here. A little bit of brightening on the top. Taking some of the room away at 324. Same deal. Get a little bit of like that room thing that happens when you're recording in a house. They all got low ceilings. I mean, unless you happen to have high ceilings, then, you know. Best of luck on your heating bills, for real. Got the farm stone room in there. I put all the acoustics in that good old Phil Collins drum room. I think it sounds great. I love this verb, prism. This is crazy. This thing does... Hang on. Put this out of the way. Alright. So this is doing this really cool, like, shoegazy thing where it's doing a pitch shift. So this is what's going into it. It's got all these crazy, like, pitch shifted overtones and a fairly large verb going on. Alright, we're back to the end of this song. Now, you heard what it sounded like when it came to me. Drums. Let me take all the effects off drums right quick, and then we'll go through and take a quick listen to what these drums sounded like as I put them down. Mute that. As you can see, that's the drum fuck channel, which just in my dumb monkey brain means it means that it's a parallel processing. I'm going through the Oxford inflator, pumping it up just a little bit, and I'm cutting at 20 hertz. I got a shelf down there just so it doesn't step on itself. So let's listen to what drums sound like here. Let me back it up a little more. Excuse me. That's the overheads. Kick drum. The outside kick drum, I used a Sony MDR7506 headphone driver that I cannibalized and put a XLR plug on it. And actually now it lives inside of my 26-inch kick drum. But this was on my 24. Now, let's see. Start to juice this whole thing up here. I've got the Black Salt Audio silencer on toms, which I like a lot. You can control the bleed a good amount. Don't get much through there. That's what's called the Vost mic, or the dick mic or crotch mic or whatever you want to call it. It's aiming at the middle of me. That's the sphere, the universal audio sphere in the room. I got it real low in the mix here. I got two verbs on it. I have the Farm Stone Room and that Magic 7, which is it's like a free Bricasti style reverb. Now here's the parallel processing that I add to it. Let me pull this down a little bit. Just toughens it up a little bit, and then from there it's just a matter of it's a balancing act.
Wish that I could be Birdy in the window. I would be so free.
Sounds like a lot of Kevin. That's probably me on synth. That's deep inside of there. Outro solo. Yeah, I have Saturn 2 on there, kind of cooking the top a little bit, so it's kind of ratty sounding, because, hey, we like those sounds. So, that's how that was made up. You can see it's a fairly simple arrangement. Blue is all drums. Blue is bass. These are all the acoustic guitars as we checked out. Handful of electric guitars,
whispering voices,
couple solos, strings, synth, and then vocals. Nothing particularly clever going on here. Just a great song that is really well arranged. And a lot of what I did, especially with drums, like it's got the big fat snare drum on it. You can hear how dampened down it is. I leave it pretty open. Don't get a ton of bleed in there. All my ride sound is coming from the overheads. Oop. What'd I do? Cool. Again, we're like kind of nasty guitar tones superimposed on top of really clean, lush guitars. Then on the master bus, it's Oxford Limiter. I actually have it pulled down a little bit. It's hitting there, and then it's going into IK Multimedia 1, and I'm pushing it a bit, but I'm not pushing the volume output any. And then I just put the TR5 stealth limiter from IK on at -2 dB with the infrasonic filter, which helps catch intersample peaks. Actually, that was the input. The output is -1 dB. So it keeps things from going over. And that's really all I use on there. So if you get a chance, I highly suggest you go check out the new Robertson album. It's out today. I played drums, played some keys, did a little singing on there. Kevin and Scott did their parts, like I said, in their respective homes. And there's plenty of guest spots on this. Aaron Bukeister from Annapolis. There's a couple other folks on the other side of the pond that I barely know, and I'm not exactly sure who is on there. But as I go through some of these videos, we'll get to more of it. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks.